I hope you've all had a wonderful half term and you're all ready to get stuck back into some learning at home. Don't forget to email me, Miss Shaw and Mrs Dallywell, pictures of what you get up to with your home learning, because we love to see what you're up to, and also we might choose you as our Star of the Week or Learner of the Week. So after I've shared this week's home learning, please do get stuck in and send us an email to year1parents@eastparkacademy.com. So for this half term, we're changing our topic of our home learning, and it's going to be about houses and homes and your local area. And this week our learning is all about different types of houses. So we have houses that are called detached houses, and that means that they're not joined on to any other house at all. And that's the kind of house that my mum and dad live in. Another type of house is a semi-detached house. That's where two houses are joined together, and I live in a semi-detached house. Another type of house is a terraced house, and that's where there's a row of houses where lots of people all are joined together in a row, like the houses on Coronation Street. Then there are bungalows. Bungalows only have one story, so they don't have stairs and they don't have a top floor. They're just one level. And then there are flats or apartments. These are homes that are all on top of each other. Sometimes they could just be too high, sometimes they can be really, really tall. Sometimes the ground floor is actually a shop and people live in a flat above the shops. So one of your activities this week is to find out what types of houses you have in your local area, and you're going to create a tally chart. Now before you go outside, you're going to have to draw your tally chart. Here's one that I've drawn. You need one side for the types of houses that you're looking for, and the other side is to draw a tally. Each time I see a detached house when I go out in a little while, I'm going to draw a tally mark. When you get to 5 tallies, you have to draw a gate. Let me show you. This house is a detached house. That means that no other houses are joined onto it. I'll tick it off on my tally chart. Here are some semi-detached houses. So it's 2 houses and they're joined together. So I can tick off on my tally chart some semi-detached houses. I've got to put 2 marks because there are 2 houses here. So I'm going to put those on my tally. And actually along this road there are lots of semi-detached houses, so I'm going to carry on walking around and count how many more semi-detached houses I can see along this street. Here are a row of terrace houses. In this row there are 3 houses joined together, so I'm going to put 3 marks on my tally chart. This house is a bungalow. It's only 1 story high, it doesn't have an upstairs. Down this road there are quite a few bungalows that I'm going to be able to count and tick off on my tally chart. Here are a block of flats. So I think there are 12 different homes in this one building, so I'm going to draw 12 tally marks on my sheet. How many houses do you think are here? So I've got back from my walk and I saw lots of different types of houses. Here's my tally chart. My next job and your next job is to turn this data into a bar chart. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now squared paper is the best type of paper to use to do this, but don't worry if you haven't got any squared paper at home. You can use plain paper or lined paper too. So first of all, you will need to draw a straight line going down and a straight line going across. I used a ruler to make sure my lines were straight. And then you need to draw some numbers up the side here, counting up in ones. The most houses I saw were 10, so I've gone up to the number 10. If you see more than 10 of a type of house, you'll need to make sure that this line goes higher than 10. And then if you turn your paper onto the side, you can write down the different types of houses you were looking for. Okay, that's your first job. Then you need to look at your tally chart. I'm going to count how many detached houses I saw. And when I look at my tally chart, I saw 4 detached houses. So I've got to colour up to the number 4 on my bar chart. Now that I've done that, I'm going to check back on my tally chart again, and I can see that I saw 6 semi-detached houses. So now I'm going to draw a bar on my bar chart up to the number 6 and colour that in for the semi-detached houses. I'm going to carry on now and do the same for the other 3 types of houses that I saw until my bar chart is completed. As you can see, I've chosen a different colour for each bar on my bar chart. Now, another job that we would like you to do this week, now that you know a little bit about these different types of houses, we would like you to write an information page. So on your page, you will need to give it a title, something like types of houses. And then I'd like you to write at least 1 sentence about a detached to explain what a detached house is. Write a sentence or maybe more about semi-detached houses to explain what these are, and so on for all of those different types of houses. Now I'm going to share with you the steps to success so you know what we're looking for from your writing. You'll need to start your information page with an introduction. This is a sentence that tells the reader what they're going to be finding out about. You'll need to use subheadings in your writing, and you're going to need to use 5 subheadings because there are 5 different types of houses that we're learning about: detached houses, semi-detached houses, terraced houses, bungalows and flats. So each of those will have a subheading, and you can underline that before underneath your subheading you write your sentence or sentences to explain what that type of house is. Each of your sentences will need to start with a capital letter, and you have to make it clear that those letters are capital letters. I like to make sure they touch the top line and the bottom line. And at the end of each sentence, don't forget to use your full stops. Remember finger spaces between each word. It makes your writing clear and much easier for other people to read. Try and join some of your ideas with the connective and. And then finally, you might be able to add some adjectives to describe the different types of houses that you're writing about. I'm looking forward to seeing some beautiful handwriting as well, Year 1. Some of you might even be able to join up your letters. If you click the link below this video, you'll find a PDF that has all of this week's activities on it. And on the second page of the PDF, there is a picture of a house for you to print out and label as one of this week's activities. Now, don't worry if you don't have a printer. You can draw a picture of a house and label that instead. So you can either print the picture that's attached below, or you can draw your own house and label the parts of the house. So we're looking for things like the windows, the walls, the roof, the chimney, the garage, the garden, anything else that the house might have. And for your final activity, we would love to know what your house is like. So we would like you to create a model of your house. You'll need to collect some junk from around your house, so cardboard boxes, empty bottles, empty milk bottles, the lids from those, egg cartons, yoghurt pots, all those sorts of things, and use them to create a model of your house. You can join those things together with sellotape or maybe some glue. When the glue is dry, you can paint your model and perhaps even add some finishing touches to show us exactly what your house looks like. I can't wait to see some photographs of your models, Year 1. I hope you have lots of fun with this week's learning, and don't forget to email us, Year 1, year1parents@eastparkacademy.com. Send us in those pictures of your learning, and perhaps you could be our star or our learner of the week. See you soon.